Hello there and welcome to this week's edition of Engineering and You. It's a program where we come to you every week because the sponsor of the program, Prince Engineer MC Shilon. And the objective is to encourage young people, secondary school students and secondary school leavers to go into the field of engineering, because we always see on this program, so go the engineer, so go society. My name is Tunde Raniro, and on this week I have my guests already in the house, but we want to, since it's an interactive one, we want to not just talk to you, but we want to have your input on one or two things and win a prize courtesy of our sponsor. And the question for last week, yes, we didn't get a call, but we have Noimot sent a message through our social media handle, and he got the prize courtesy of the sponsor of the program, Prince Engineer MC Shilon. So Noimot won our prize for last week. Now for this week, the question for today is, what is the scientific term for the study of the structure and behavior of physical universe? What is the scientific term for the study of the structure and behavior of physical universe? And options are cosmology, astronomy, geology, and meteorology. If you know the answer, please drop it on our social media handle, or you can call us in the course of the program. Just give us the option that is correct on all of this, and you get your prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer MC Shilon. We take this very short break without wasting any of our time. When we return, my guest is already seated. I'll let you know who he is and what topic he will be discussing with us. Do stay with us. Welcome back. My guest is Engineer Solomon Ogbaje. He's going to be discussing a topic I consider very interesting because of obvious reasons. Topic is engineering as a gateway to analytical mind, or you can say analytical thinking. That is what we'll be discussing. First of all, let me welcome Engineer Ogbaje to Engineering and You this evening. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I would like you to have the floor because I don't want to waste any of our time, but I'm curious of what you want to present to us this evening.
Okay, interesting. So our topic for the evening is engineering as a gateway to analytical mind or thinking. There's this saying that when you are pursuing a goal, what you become in the process of pursuing that goal is also as important as the goal.
Yeah.
So when you study engineering, when we encourage our ways to study engineering, in the process of studying engineering, they also get another thing, which is an analytical mind. And this is a very scarce commodity in the society today. When you study engineering, you get the expertise to do the work of engineering. Engineers, they design, they innovate, do a lot of things. But in the process of becoming an engineer, you have this analytical mind. Engineering is an application of scientific knowledge, mathematics to solve one problem. But analytic thinking is also very important. In the process of your study, you get that. And analytical is the ability to get to know the cause of something, what to do about it, and implement it. So in the course of training as an engineer, that also comes as a kind of byproduct of your study. And we want to encourage as many young people, because it's we the young people that needs that. And in the world today, when you have that, you can do a lot of things. With an analytical mind, you can solve problems, you can manage teams, you have this logical thinking. There was a time in around 2003 downward when this banking job used to boom. When people go for interview, they used to have this aptitude test. The engineers come out perform well than others. Why? It's because of this. When they give them this verbal reasoning, contextual reasoning, they do well. Although that is a misdirection for them because they end up taking career in banking instead of engineering. But that very important thing come out as a result of their training. So we encourage young people and their parents to encourage their ways to take up career in engineering. Apart from becoming an engineer, in the process you have this analytical thinking, which is very important in our society. And we have many places that an engineer can fit into apart from engineering field, and it's as a result of this. An engineer can go to any field he wants to go with this quality gotten through the process of training. When I was in the university, one of my senior colleagues graduated, went to the UK, and after some time we learned she was working with Goldman Sachs. And we were wondering, Goldman Sachs is a financial institution abroad, and we were wondering, how can an engineer end up in the banking sector? Is because of this. So an engineer is one that is big rugged. I can say an engineer is big rugged from the university. And that's what we need in society. It's needed for progress in our society. It's needed to manage issues in the society. It's needed to provide solutions in the society. It's not about at times we think that engineering is about constructing, innovating alone. No. It's about solving problems. Even engineering is soft. We have the hard part, you have your result, you construct physical things. It's also soft in the sense that you see somebody, you try to know how to handle the person because of that analytical mind that comes from your study in the university. So we wish to encourage a lot of, as many of our parents, as many of our young ones to take up career in engineering, so that they will come out fully developed. And it will surprise you to know that as at now, the number of registered engineers, the number, because when you register, they'll give you a number, is somewhere between 150,000. And how many are we in this country? Although some people are there that have not registered, you understand? So yeah, you do the ratio. So we need a lot of people to come in into this engineering career and do well, because it will not only be in the engineering. Some of them can go to other fields, and in that other field they also do well because of their background. You know, individuals with analytical mind are adept at breaking down problems to their components. You know, identifying patterns, relationships, connections, and drawing conclusions based on evidence and relationship. So that is where I want to end today. Like now in the university, you know, there's this you cannot study engineering in the university without differentiation and integration. It's a common thing in the university. So you know, there's a thing like my integration and my differentiation and integration is working for me. Why? Because I'm a fulfilled person. Because I'm happy practicing my engineering. Because when I get to people, when I come in contact with people, I see them. Because of this, I analyze them. We work well. When I'm on my site, I'm able to manage my team. You know, when there's issue on site, we are able to solve it. Is because of this background. So if an engineer finds himself in a position anywhere, be in government, in anything, that skill will help the person to be outstanding. You know, as I said, if you have an analytical mind, you know, you can think critically, you can solve problems, you pay more attention to detail. You know, you have this creativity and you have this curiosity. This is what are needed in the society today. So I wish to conclude by saying that studying engineering make you as a whole and entire agent ready to face the society, ready for problem solving in the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Engineer Solomon Obaje. I'm sure you enjoyed that very short presentation, but very, very deep. I'd like to ask you one or two questions. Number one, when you hear some people in school studying engineering, they will tell you that all these dydx, all these theorems and all of that they don't have any
Implication.
practical implication after school. How true is this?
No, it's a wrong notion. Now I really know, although I know my formulas and all those things, but that's not what we apply. Is what we got from that process that we're applying.
How do you mean?
Is the mind. Is this analytical mind we develop in the process? You know, differentiation is, you know, trying to break something down to the minimum minute part. Why integrate? You try to build it up. You know, once you have done this a lot of time and all those things, when you see a complex problem, for instance, we are saying the security problem in the country today, you put an idea in that, okay, what is the cause of this security problem? How can we go? What, you know, which area can we touch that will limit the other? And that is the principle we also use in our designs. You know, I want to design a house. Okay, how is the soil in that place? Does it need a deep foundation, a shallow foundation? Okay, how many people am I going to put that will be able to sustain the house? Because if the house collapses, it will kill many people, and the engineer will be in problem. Or an electrical engineer, for instance, you want to go and fix a wire somewhere. First of all, nobody will tell you. Your training has already baked you that you need to go and switch off the source of electricity. Because whether you are electrocuted or other people are electrocuted, you understand? But in school, you do your DYDS analysis, all those things, but the little aspect of safety they might teach you, understand? But it's your mind that, okay, if the current is moving from here to here, if I switch off this point, it will not get to the other end. You know, those are the things. And once you are doing that, you can apply that thinking to other aspects of life. When you do that, we will not have problems. If we have many engineers in Nigeria, we will not be having problems like that.
So there is this saying that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is the way to go. How do you justify that to a young mind, a secondary school student that is watching this program? Because to them it's all about development, it's all about money, it's all about being able to meet up with friends at their level. How do you convince them?
You know, there is money is important, but there is ability.
Hello. All right, please go ahead and ask my guest a question, then answer my question. Okay, you are saying B is the answer, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, what question do you have for my guest?
Question.
Yeah, do you have a question for my guest?
No, I don't have the question.
All right, keep watching. I'll let you know if you are right or wrong. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Okay, going back to your question.
Yes.
You know, money is important, but capacity to make money is also important than money. If I give you money today, I don't have that capacity to make more, it will even put you in trouble, because once you spend what you have, I don't have that capacity to make money. The person will be thinking of stealing, and you understand. So this career path, talk of engineering, sciences, they prepare you to have those capacities that will make you to survive. You make money, you solve problems. You create value, you make money. You understand? Other career paths are also good, but we were pushing that engineering is a way to go because we have been in it. We have seen the in and out of it. I want to encourage as many as possible young people to take up career engineering because we have seen it is a way to go.
Can you, how does engineering foster creativity, and how does it foster innovation in a young person, perhaps a secondary school student? Because you see people, you see children that if you give them something, they want to have a small transistor radio, they want to dismantle it and know what is talking in that. How does engineering?
Yes, a young man that wants to dismantle something. Hello.
Hello, Adenio.
Hello.
All right, good evening.
Good evening. A.
You are picking A. All right, Adenio, thank you so much for calling. I'll let you know if you are correct. I'll let you know if you are correct or not. All right.
Okay. When we were young, we also went through that path. It's from curiosity. We want to know what is happening there. And when we are dismantled, they try to innovate. And that is the spirit of engineering. But in engineering, during your training, we are taught the laws of science. That when I do this, when you do this, you get this result. For instance, a common listing, even in the secondary school, is this principle of equilibrium. For instance, the equilibrium is that upward forces are equal to downward reactions. You understand? So when we are when I want to exert a force, I must have a foundation that will.
We have another caller, Shegun. Hello, Shegun.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have a question for the guest, sir.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, by virtue of the topic that is on discussion presently now, if we now look at it, taking the meaning, the definition that has been shown to us on the screen, my first question that is, if the engineer has any book that somebody can easily buy from him, that's number one. Number two is that looking at the analytics that they have been given to us, now take it to our government by the way they formulate their policies and how those policies now work. Is there any comparison that we can easily say that yes, we have such an engineer that used to work along with them as an advisor, and clearly Nigeria is benefiting from this advice, looking at it from their policies? That's one of my questions. Did you understand what I mean?
All right, Mr. Shegun, thank you so much. We get you correctly. Thank you so much for calling. So he wants to know if you have a book, something you authored
that is in the pipeline.
This line.
Yeah, that is in the pipeline because we are in this. I'm somebody that have this idea that engineering should not be construction alone. It should not be calculations alone. You understand? And that is why most of the time I'm called upon to give a talk. I try to develop because we also have some part of engineering. We have value engineering. You understand? You can engineer anything. It is not physical things alone you can engineer. You can engineer ideas. The same way you create physical things, you can engineer other things. So all those ones are in the pipeline. And with time when it comes out, everybody will know. Then the second part, we have engineers in government, but not much. It's of recent, just not too long, that we have started having engineers at ends of government. And few of those engineers that were at the end of affairs, they perform above average, more than people that
engineers.
When you compare, that I'm saying it, but when you compare, I don't want to mention it, but when you see them, so when you see them, you that it's because of this quality. You understand? That And we are encouraging more engineers to go into position of decision making. Then as well, we are encouraging young ones to take up career in engineering. Thank you, sir.
All right. What maybe this should be the last question for the day. What is the importance of collaboration? Okay, how does engineering teach collaboration and teamwork?
Yeah.
Because if you are a young person, maybe a young graduate, you are trying to get a job, one of the things employers will look for is how much you can work with people, how you can be friendly with customers.
Team management, you know.
Does the training of an engineer make you develop this kind of virtue?
Yes, yes.
And how?
He does it. Well, now, when you go through...
we have another caller. Okay. Hefziba from Abeokuta. Hello, Hefziba.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Fine, sir.
Please go ahead with my question. Do you have an answer to my question?
I have a question for the...
Okay, good. All right, go ahead.
So just a simple question.
Okay.
I want to ask that who is a scientist? What's the work of a scientist?
All right. My guest will answer your question. I'll do that before answering my question. Who is a scientist and what's the work of a scientist?
Yeah. Science, before I define science, let me define science. Science is an organized body of knowledge. Understand? A scientist is the one that puts these ideas, this organized body of knowledge into action. Or in the process, try to develop other ideas which can be used. Then, when I was saying some other time, I define engineering as applied science. So, engineers will use the finding of scientists to provide solution to the problem of the society. So, what is the second question?
No, he said, what do they do? What do scientists do?
Okay, no, scientists invent things. They invent laws, like you have in science, you have the Lussac law of gases, you have Newton's law. Those are scientists. But as an engineer, that Newton's law of motion, I use it to design my road, for instance. Like that, if I know the speed, the side distance, that's what I. So scientists come up with this facts. We really apply those facts.
We have another caller. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening. You have to be a little bit fast because our time is up. But let's hear you.
C. I think C.
You are okay. Okay, C. All right. I'll let you know if you are correct in a matter of minutes. Thank you so much for calling. We would have to go. We have to go. Many thanks to my guest, Engineer Solomon Ogtv, for coming to the program and for helping us to understand that mathematics and all those things that you learn, they don't just end in the classroom. They help to build critical thinking, especially if you are learning it towards the path of engineering. And also, I want to say a big thank you to the sponsor of the program, Prince Engineer MC Shilon FNSC. Thank you so much for what you do to bring us to your viewing pleasure every Friday. Now, for the question, you can see it on the screen. The answer is A, cosmology. And Adeniran got it correctly. Please, Adeniran, I hope you are here listening and watching. Call this number 0703-161-1497. That is 0703-161-1497 to claim your prize, courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer MC Shilon FNSC. Thank you so much for being there. Next week is another time. As we go, the question for the week, it says, which type of engineer designs and develops system for the transportation of people and goods? Which one of them? Drop the answer in any of our social media platforms, and if you are correct, you get your prize. That is a promise from us to you. We have to go now. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for watching. Do have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.